Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
We're
Welcome back. We are on session 17 of the Blessed Hamlet.
We're back.
Welcome back. And we had a lot of fun last session. We did.
Well, some of us did.
Some of us did.
Some of us had more fun than others, I see.
Yee-hee-hee-hee. But, who wants to give and start the recap?
Ziminar, why don't you tell us what happened?
What?
Oh.
His name right.
The many are.
Ziminar.
You guys can't hear me, right? Like I am coming through.
Yeah. Yes.
Alright. So, so at the last session we went to a volleyball, where there was tons of drinking and happy, good times, and then suddenly, oh yeah, and Miles did terribly dancing with a person. It was really
That's
embarrassing for everyone who
That's
saw
not
it.
correct.
And then, and Haribo was Haribo, you know, doing his adorable things with the dancing. And, then the lights went out. I went poofy poof.
Where did
The
you
gang,
go?
I went to a hellscape. And then that's as far as I could really say without spoiling. But while I was somewhere, the gang was like, let's go to the future. And everyone hates the devil person there. And,
What?
Gilly is dead in the future. Again, we didn't save shit. And apparently I went missing at that point. Trying to remember more details.
Group, what did you do? Haribo, what did you guys do after the lights went out?
Oh boy. So
Since
after
the
the
video
lights
was
went
gone.
out, we did some searching. Unfortunately for Zeminiar's date, Zeminiar was nowhere to be found, and she's quite obsessed with him. Actually, you may have a stalker now. Not too sure.
Oh yeah, I almost got laid, and I wasn't even sure of that.
Yeah, you're the hot commodity of the group. 2 dates and like. what was
I
it,
didn't mean for
24
that to
hours?
happen. I wanted to stick true to Martha.
Yeah, you're the hot commodity. So yeah, she was freaking
Not
out.
anymore.
Haribo got slapped by Miles because he insulted Miles' religion.
You bear! That's
Oh
right.
yeah, I did turn into a bear out of
You
anger.
could slap balls.
Oh, yeah. We had a little slap off.
Yeah, Haribo got real slap happy last
I
episode.
think Haribo won.
What? I don't think you saw the
No,
numbers.
yeah, Miles totally could have killed Haribo if he wanted.
Oh damn it.
I mean, it was
However,
close.
Miles didn't realize that Haribo was so tanky. Anyway, so in the future, we went to, what's his nuts? Harold's
Harold.
wedding. We went to Harold's wedding to Saris.
Where was that wedding held?
And, oh yeah, we did go to the future.
I think she means it at Gilly's grave.
Essentially.
What a weird place to have a funeral. I mean,
I mean, yeah, it's weird to bury someone where someone's already buried.
Well,
It's
more
weird
so
to
you guys went to
bury.
her memorial garden. Not necessarily where she was buried, but
you're right.
the memorial garden that was in place for her. And,
And who was there but her imaginary sister? Ooh, no.
Ooh,
Wouldn't that have been so, like, we found her after all this time? The bastard daughter.
but, yeah, you guys, after searching for Gilly in the castle, you guys went towards the barracks, I believe. And when you opened the door, you were suddenly in the future again. And you attended Harold's wedding that was very beautiful and ceremonious, and as they kissed, you know, like the sun went into your eyes. Yeah, very short. And you guys, as the sun was in your eyes, you then felt a cold breeze, and
Because we
just heard
forgot
a
to bring
thud.
wedding gifts. Oh my
You
god.
did. And you heard a thud, and when you guys opened your eyes, you saw Gilly's body
Oh, thank
on the
goodness.
ground. And then you looked up, and you saw Zeminiar just in a look of horror up top on the roof. And that's where the session ended. So I'm going to ask a question of Haribo and Miles while we just kind of recap, because last session was big, obviously. Something major happened. Miles, what is going through your character's head right now? Like, in this exact moment, like, what is Miles thinking as he's seeing this in front of him? He sees a dead Gilly and Zeminiar on a roof.
Well, my first thought is at least now there's time to buy that wedding gift. But maybe that's not the right thought. I'm sure there's not much. If I'm being honest, Miles is probably happy to get rid of the little nuisance. If it's not his head on the line, then Gilly was kind of a loose cannon. This was bound to happen to her.
I did not see those coming.
Yeah.
He's better off without her.
Okay.
She was a pain in the neck. As honestly, this whole experience, Miles didn't sign up to guard the royal family.
No.
So, like, the loss of one of them, if it's gonna be on Zeminiar, do I care? No, not really.
Okay,
along the lines of where I thought this was going.
and Haribo, what's going through your mind? Your character's mind, I should say, not your mind, but your character's
So
mind.
sad. He failed Princess Gilly, his favorite one. He
Okay.
liked Prince Harold, but Gilly was his favorite.
Literally, I failed all of them. No.
All right. That's fair. So, what is your thought on
Oh, Zeminiar?
that on Zeminiar standing up there? What is your character's? Well, I know Miles' thoughts. He's like, "Thank God it ain't me." But,
Well, it wasn't gonna be me to begin with.
Yeah. But
Also sad because he trusted Zeminiar and he's hoping that he didn't do anything and that maybe he's just up there. He's naive enough to give Zeminiar the benefit of the doubt.
okay.
That he's hopefully up there to do good and not to be poopy. Not the dog. But
Ah, yes, of course, the dog, the greatest
we will be
being.
relevant in every episode now.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Zeminiar, I guess
What do
I
you do?
have to ask you, as from your point of view, of when you are looking down at the group, what is Zeminiar's thoughts on what the group is going to think of him on everything that is occurring? Like, what is Zeminiar's fear almost of what
I bet
happens
he's-
to the group?
I'm betting he's worried what Miles is gonna think, most of all.
First things first, and I'm sorry, neighbors. I'm going. Before I even notice them, that's in his head. Just screaming, mercilessly screaming in his head, unable to actually vocalize anything. And then when he notices the team, he looks at Haribo and Winslow, and he's like, partially like, oh no, I've let them down. And then he almost kind of comes back down to earth when he looks at Miles. Like, oh damn it. I am never going to hear the end of this for all of 10 minutes I'm going to be alive.
Right. All right. So Zeminiar almost in a sense is feeling like I've lost the trust of this team and almost unsure of what to do
That's
in a
right,
sense.
he has.
Oh, he has an idea of what to do. It's just, like, how to do between then and right now, and how the hell did I get here, and why I'm here, and
Yeah.
murder, exterminate.
All right. And just to kind of give a view of how big the fall was, because I feel like our, in essence, Disney castle didn't fully encapsulate it. So I found another view of essentially the castle.
I'm
And,
terrified that she's going to be splatted.
Oh my.
kinda. So as you see, there's a very tall brick wall, and you can kind of see the trees down below. So this is a very raised place. And essentially, Zeminiar, you are up on like one of these pillars up here. And she fell all the way down.
Ah, she's fine.
And,
Is this the same castle that we were having the ball in, right?
yes. Yeah. I just found
Is it
out.
Miniar
Really
too?
what the castle looks like at night.
Yeah. In
Okay.
theory,
Miniar?
not as happy.
It's not gonna be happy for a long time now.
Fair. Absolutely.
The Miniar to himself is just thinking, like, I'm going to kill every single person in this castle that told me that the windows were safe.
And Winslow, what is your thoughts currently on seeing Zeminiar on top, and then just the whole scene in general? You see Gilly's presumably dead body, and Zeminiar up on top of the steeple of this castle. What is Winslow thinking right now?
Very confused and overwhelmed with like so many emotions of distraught and how did this happen and Zeminiar and
Is Willow not good at expressing his emotions?
he's a hermit.
I
All right,
didn't know
so
that.
let us get down to a scene here. Zeminiar, I have you just kind of
Oh,
up there. You're still on the castle still, but you are off screen. But the other three are down here with as they realize how high the castle up was and how they're kind of coming out of a forest and up to the back end of the castle, of the Gelbsworth castle. Can the group make a perception check for me? The ones on the ground. Make a perception check for me.
Are you sure medicine isn't more relevant here?
Not yet. Cool. All of you actually pass. And as you see this thud happen and the blood slowly starts to come out of Gilly's body.
they saw it.
Oh, yeah. They, as you're listening around, as there's just a quiet around, you hear no one around you. All of you hear just like silence. You don't hear anyone around as you realize this is the furthest back from where everyone's currently searching, as they're still searching inside and like kind of on the front of the grounds almost. But no one is near you guys. And you are essentially alone. Zeminiar, do you, try to get down at all?
Yeah, I jump off and use Featherfall
Okay.
to get down to them.
Yeah. You get down here. We'll say you get down here just as fine.
I
Essentially.
draw my dagger.
Gilly.
Okay.
I'm ready for combat.
Alright.